One? Okay. Give him a minute to get back on.
Okay. We're back. Again. Are we back?
Yeah, I was going to give everybody a couple minutes to get on. Thanks, you guys, for being patient with us.
We had to restart. It went off. Are you ready for me to restart?
Yes, we've got 4 people back on.
Okay, so sorry, guys. So anyway, there's the first part. Okay, so that is going to be this right here. Okay, and you can see how I pushed it in. All right, and I showed you how to do the mold. I showed you what mold I had there. So now the next one we're going to do is I have some dry pieces. I'm going to let this set aside here. And I'm going to let it dry, okay? I'm going to let that dry, and then I'll go over the top of it with the Mod Podge again, okay? But make sure that you got all your edges tucked in, okay?
Mary says, hello, Tammy. Lorraine says,
hello.
Hi, Tammy. Happy day. And Terry Cooper Gilbert says, hi.
Hello. So here's one, you guys, that's completely dry, okay?
There you go.
And I'm going to go ahead now, and I'm going to burn it, okay? So I let it dry. Honestly, what I would do is just clip back as much as you can without clipping. The other day I was clipping some, and it was like, I clipped the Form Flex.
Amber, it is a napkin that she used.
Yeah, it's a napkin.
Because she says, is it that rice paper or a napkin decoupage?
Napkin. And you can use tissue paper. You can use anything. That's why these napkins are so fun. I think I got them at Walmart. No, this one is from Walmart. Okay, this one's a really good one, okay? And this one is from the dollar store. And I use that a lot. They have it again this year. I had it last year. And if you look at these napkins, you guys, there's some really cool stuff on this one. Like to make jewelry out of. See, it's got the truck on it. But what I want is this part right here. Because maybe I just want to use the stars. I'm going to show you like some jewelry or something out of this, and how you can, you know, just use parts of the napkin. That's what I did on this one here. I just divided this fleur-de-lis straight in half and then did it that way, okay? So now I'm going to show you how I burn it, because remember, this one's dry. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead. Be careful. You're supposed to have water. I've never lit anything on fire yet. This is the funnest thing because you look like such an artist. And that's all you have to do is just let it burn. I do find that if you hold it flat, see how it burns right up to where you're at, right to where you've had the Mod Podge. Okay, see there? Can you see that? And it just burns on around, okay? And then I'll show you how you can knock off the edges. I kind of got cornstarch on that. That's kind of, you want to spray them. I use a spray sealer just because it's quick, it's easy. I'll show you. And then I'm just going to burn off that.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, and then here's some more right here. So then what you can do is you can just go in. That's why you want to have them with a spray sealer so that you don't get the little charcoal stuff on. Okay, so then I'm just going to brush all that off. You don't even need a brush. Usually I just knock it off with my hands.
Amber says, does a Formflex compound shrink? And Terry says, oh my, I lost my son in Marine in Iraq, and this would be a beautiful on a frame.
Yes, okay, that's what I'm going to show you. I'm going to do some on a frame. Like I said, this is all about composition. And did she say, does the Formflex shrink? Yes, there's very little shrinkage. It does shrink when it dries a little bit, okay? I don't want to say no, and a lot of it depends on your climate as well. Okay, now I'm going to show you how I antique this. Okay, I just took inks because I didn't want to antique the whole piece. I don't know why I did it. I think I was in the mood that night or something. When
and Terry, we're sorry for your loss, and
yes,
I thank your son for his service.
No kidding. I can't even imagine. I'm an Army brat. My dad was in the military. I was born in England, and boy, I'll tell you, during the Vietnam War, my dad was gone. So it's close to my heart. Why do you think I'm such a stickler about FormFlex being USA made? I'm so thrilled. Okay, so all I'm doing is just picking up some of that ink. I'm going to distress it. This brush isn't my ink. I use it all the time. What I'm using is the photo. This is by Ranger, and it's, what is it? Oh, Vintage Photo. That's the one I'm using. So there, let me see. And I did that on all of them because that's the look I'm going for. And I'm just going to add in there, put a little bit on the white part. I kind of want it to look dirty. It's going to go on kind of a wagon, so that's the reason I did that. And you can do whatever you want, whatever works for you. Yes, these are so much fun because there's any casting that you have. I've done this red, white, and blue on roses. Yes. Okay, so there's that. Now what I would do, you guys...
Amber says, are they archival inks?
Archival.
Will they smear when top coated?
No, I have top coated all mine. I spray mine with this right here. Either the matte or the satin. Sometimes I have gloss. I just take them outside, I spray them. That's all I do. Okay, they're permanent. I'm not sure what she's asking. So, okay, so now we're here. Now what we're going to do... Oh, I thought this...
Yes, they are the archival ink. I think she means the brand.
They're usually in the Tim Holtz stuff. You guys, you can get them at... what is it? Michael's. I'm sure Hobby Lobby has them too.
Amber says, I want to know more about FormFlex Compound because I just don't see many videos about FormFlex. Well, we're still a new company. We're, you know.
If you watch Take One, FormFlex stays flexible even after you're done with it. This is like weeks old and it's spray painted wax. It's compatible with any finish. When you do the decoupage on it, it remains flexible, but you're only going to get what that napkin's going to allow you to stretch. So keep that in mind, like this right here. See, you're only going to get as much as the napkin will allow. You're better off to wait until after you spray it and seal it and then bend it. And if you see, you might tear the napkin. I really haven't had it happen, but I would definitely seal it, spray it, and then try doing your bend, okay? So after we did this, I would take and run it out. I'd spray it. There's tons of videos on our Facebook page too. Under the video section, that might be why you haven't seen a lot. They're very short. Everything is labeled, I think. Well, it used to be. To the best of our abilities. Yeah, everything was labeled at one point, and then everything changed again. So I'm not sure. It seemed like some of the labels were gone, but every part has taking it out, doing it, whatever. Then what I would do is, like I said, I would spray this, okay, and get the finish on it. Gosh, this is going to kill my fingernails. Okay, And then I would just go right in after I've sprayed it, because your wax is a sealer. And I would just add some waxes to it, however much you want. And you could do gold, you can do silver. It's just a real light touch. And if this was sealed, this would just glide.
So Lisa says, no, she means that archival inks are better to use when adding top coats rather than distressed inks, which could smear if not given ample time to cure. Learned this from Yesterday's Tomorrows and Kim. Amber says, do you have to keep it in an airtight container to keep FormFlex pliable?
Okay,
she says, I'm so interested in the compound, how it works. Terry just asked, what is that? And Connie says, one of the crafters I was watching uses the FormFlex, and that's how I learned about it. I'm hooked.
I know, it's great. You should keep it in an airtight container after you make your castings, after they dry. I would do, we recommend that you store them after they're dry in an airtight container. But you know what? If something happens and you don't get them in there right away, nothing's going to happen. You guys, this is still flexible, and these haven't even been in an airtight container. So, it's just kind of, you should store all of them in an airtight container, okay, in order to retain your flexibility after they're dry. So
Terry, to answer your question, this is gilding wax and silver.
Yeah. And the reason I bought that one was because I'm out of silver and I can't find any more.
Kim says, I have been using this a lot lately and need to order more. Love it. Well, thank you, Kim.
Who's Kim who?
Kim Henry.
Oh, good. So that's the wax I use there. Okay. So basically, you guys, this here, I'm just going to kind of show you. We're going to talk about composition. Okay. I was saying about grouping things together and not just doing one thing at a time. These are my wheels. Okay. And I will get this. I'm going to take these out of the freezer. I've got one wheel left in the freezer. It's killed me not to finish it. Okay, these are going to be the wheels. This is just a red bucket from the Dollar Tree, I believe. The dollar store is what it is. It was just a red bucket. They have all different shapes like this that you could use. So, and I did the same thing. This right here is going to be the trim. Okay, I'm going to put the trim up here. So let's go ahead and, can you see it from there?
Yeah, I'll come closer now. Susan says, you got me hooked and I love all your helpful, creative ideas.
Oh, thank you. That's good. Okay, you guys, I got to tell you a secret about this. This stupid bucket, I'm about ready to die. Okay, what I did is because it's plastic, okay, I put tissue paper on it, okay? Got it all done, did pouncing, everything. I want it to look old and ragged. And I Mod Podged the tissue paper. Then I did all the painting. So I go out yesterday to spray it, thinking it was clear in my hand. It was kind of dark out when I did it. So guess what I do? I sprayed it purple.
Oh no.
And I had to start all over again. I was just, that's why it doesn't match perfect on both sides.
Vicky says, can you use this clay outside? Yes.
Yes. Yes. All you have to do is seal it. As long as your sealer and your paint are able to go outside, you're good to go.
Marianne says, hi. And Terry says, oh no. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys, I was not a happy camper, let me tell you. When I came in, I thought I had picked up the clear. And then the next thing I know, no, I had picked up purple. So I walked in and all of a sudden my bucket was purple. So what I'm going to do is I'm kind of starting in the middle. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. Okay. Like so. I don't know why that doesn't want to stick there. Because I got too much. What I'm using, because I'm on here, is I'm using
Stick Fast.
Stick Fast, yeah. If I was just doing this, I might just use Tite
Mary,
Bond.
we are making a wagon.
Yeah, I'm just going to show you parts of it, how I'm going to put it together, because we were talking about
This is it, the Stick Fast Instant Adhesive.
Yeah. Okay, so there's part of that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my pieces here, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop
Connie
it.
says, what would be the application to a glass vase? Do I need to give some kind of a tooth to hold the FormFlex?
Application for a glass vase, I would probably put gesso on it if I was doing that. I would use some gesso first, or tissue paper with Mod Podge. So then I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on next, like so, okay? See there, I'm going to put that because I'm going to have my handle coming through here. So what I kind of want to do is center that, okay?
Sorry, guys. Excuse me.
Yeah, this FormFlex is really easy to work with. I can't really think of anything that you can't do with it. Like I said, I've told people this before. I put it on motorcycle helmets. I put it on shoes. I've made jewelry out of it.
Thank you, Terry.
I can do just about anything with it. Okay? So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to kind of center this. I'm just eyeballing all this, you guys. You know what? It will all work. I should have used
come right over the top of you for a second.
Gorilla Glue on this part. I didn't even think about it. I have it sitting right here. I love using this stuff, you guys, because it's instant. You don't have to babysit it, and I may end up having to babysit this. Okay? I don't know why I didn't think about it. I just grabbed it.
Kim says, just ordered 2. Didn't know how you could decoupage on it. I'm excited.
Oh, you'll love decoupaging.
The decoupaging is a really cool technique that she's done.
It's really fun. It's really, really fun. And the one thing about the Gorilla Glue, you guys, it dries clear, but you do have to babysit it. And I shouldn't have used it here. Darn it. I didn't even think about it. I had all 3 glues sitting here and I just grabbed it. And this would be what I would use, the Gorilla. See, because this pops up and you have to watch it. What I would do with this right now is I would put a shoestring around it.
Mary Ann says, okay, gotta ask, what molds did you use?
Okay.
And then Amber says, what about Type Bond Quick and Thick Glue?
That's what I just used. This right here is Type Bond. Okay. I love Type Bond on flat surfaces, but when you're doing lives, you don't want to babysit it. And you have to babysit Type Bond, okay? You have to keep going in and pushing it down, till it kind of grabs hold. And with
Cecile says, hi, Tammy and Brett from Canada. Hi, Cecile.
So, we're going to have to hold that for a minute.
Would you like me to hold it while you keep...
Yeah, maybe you can squish it, okay? Squish the corner. I may take it off and just use the Gorilla Glue. Like I said, if I was doing that, I would just take and put Gorilla Glue on it. So what I'm going to do is
Cecile
I want to
hi.
show you.
Hi, Cecile.
Will you pinch this here? See if you can get that to grab. I use this right here.
Sure.
Up there. The corners and the top.
Okay, I see.
Okay. See the corner?
Yeah, I see what's going on.
Mm-hmm. And I should have just used the Gorilla Glue. Okay, so is the lady on that still said they're her son from Iraq?
I think so.
Okay, so this would be kind of a fun one
Yeah,
to do.
she says tape it with painter's tape. Typically you would, that or a
Or a
shoelace.
shoestring. That's what I usually do because sometimes the painter's tape on certain finishes can peel off. So you guys, this here is what I was talking about as far as composition with FormFlex. And I was talking about grouping things together and not just doing one thing. This is just a fun piece. It was 50
She
cents.
says, yes, I'm still here.
Okay, yeah. And you could do something like this with the picture. This is because everybody asks about Western stuff. And I don't ever really do anything Western. So I got this picture frame at the thrift store. and it was 50 cents. It was $1, and I thought, what could I do with that? This is a Zuri mold, okay?
Marianne says, oh my word, that is beautiful. Cecile says, Formflex is my favorite compound. The flexibility is amazing. Connie says, gorgeous. And Lynn McDonald says, love this.
Yeah, and so, see here, we used our decoupage piece. I just used stars, okay? This, I can glue on. I'm going to try and do this upside down. What I did for the back is, all I did was take the Declaration of Independence from the dollar store. I didn't even realize that this was not a glass frame. I thought it was until I started taking it apart and I found out, oh, it's just a plastic frame. Okay, see there, you guys, I used the Gorilla Glue. See how fast it works? You don't have to watch it or babysit it or anything. And this is what I'm talking about when I say composition and just using it and stacking it, okay?
Some depth.
Gives it depth, right. That's right. Brett's right. And
always right.
He's like, you missed a word. I said, you said she missed a word.
And it's like, I don't even think anything about it because this is just the way I do it. So I don't think about it. Okay.
Cecile says, absolutely gorgeous, Tammy.
Yeah, and you guys, this is 50 cents. Okay, 50 cents. Maybe it's not the best thing. If somebody,
Okay, I'm going to zoom in quick so they can see what you just added together.
Yeah, I just added a cog. I did a star. I'm going to put this little, oh, it looks like a screwdriver would go in there. Okay. So I'm going to put that on there. I just thought it would be fun for the 4th of July. Now let me show you the pieces. Okay. This is, this mold, okay, the roses came out of there. This is a Zuri mold, which I didn't get out. I did get out,
Karen Davies.
yeah, that's a Karen Davies mold, the roses are. But you can use any roses, you don't have to use that. This is the tile mold. This tile is like years old, okay? I did that like very first year or something. Yeah, 2 years ago maybe. And what I did here for the rest on this is I'm going to show you.
She said, is the fleur-de-lis a mold? Yes, it is.
Yeah, and I'll show you the mold on that. Okay, this is the rest process. I don't know if you guys have Bimart, but you can get this at half off. I believe Hobby Lobby has it. It's more expensive at Hobby Lobby than it is at Bimart. Bimart has this.
Terry says, looks like I need to order more Formflex. And Jane Ann says, beautiful.
Okay, and then look, you guys, what I'm showing you. I don't have any of this glued on here. See the Jenga block? Okay, because I want to lift that up off. So I will literally glue that Jenga block and hide the Jenga block, like so. Okay?
Susan says, hi, newbie here from Ocean Springs. Hello, Susan. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. I'm glad that you joined us. Okay, so now we have our Jenga block, okay? Now what I did here, these are the elements here, okay? These are, you guys, these are from, these two pieces are in molds that are redesigned. This is one from Etsy. And
Jennifer says, wow, you are awesome.
This is the IOD frames mold, okay? Then I don't think it's new right now. Okay, here's the frames mold, okay? That's the frame I use from IOD. Here is the fleur-de-lis, okay? So that's, not only is it that fleur-de-lis, there's that one, it's that one. Okay, those two, plus also, you could do it in silver or gold. This would be great for earrings, okay? I've made a lot of earrings out of these, a lot of jewelry pieces out of that. So that's that, okay? Then what I did is I just took and cut a piece of cardboard. You can see that, nothing spectacular. I took a flag, one of the flags that come from Walmart. There's several in a package. And I just drew that. I'll glue this down. Oh, the back of it, you guys. That's what I was going to tell you. You can get this at the dollar store. You get 2 in there. They're great big, huge, and it's the Declaration of Independence. And I've used this on lots of things. And I just ran a piece off and put it in the background because I need it to cover some area. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to glue that down on there. Okay, I'm going to glue this here, and I'm going to use, I'll just use the
Gorilla Glue.
And I want a little bit of the independence showing. So you could put a picture in here of your favorite horse, your kid. I don't do horses. I don't know anything about them. So that's why I went with the flag for 4th of July. But what a great Western piece. And this frame was 50 cents. So just look around and see what you can find. It does have a stand on the back. I'll be putting this with a vignette of Western stuff for 4th of July. I love doing Western stuff. I love it. So I've got some candles and stuff that I'm going to do with it. So there's that, okay? Again, we used a decoupage piece. I did wax on it and that. So there's that one. Did that dry yet? Is that gonna...
Which Gorilla Glue? The clear grit. This one right here.
Did that stay? Kinda, sorta.
So far.
I know.
Ellen says, have you tried Formflex in a piping bag with a little larger decorating tip? I want to try.
Yeah, you just have to thin it down. You guys, we've tried just about everything. There's a lot. I mean, I just made some lace the other day that's incredible. And that might be someday soon. I just got to make sure I have all the glitches out before I tell you how to do it. The one thing that you might do is thin it down with some water. And as long as you're going to use it right away, it will be fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this on here, like so, okay? Then I have this piece here, which I'll have Amber get it out. And
Marianne says, what's a good wax to use? So my mom prefers the Art Alchemy.
No, I prefer, you guys know, I really prefer the stuff by Stamperia.
Oh, okay. Oh, the Stamperia, that's true.
Yeah, because I love Art Alchemy, and that's all I've ever used, but I have noticed that it really dissipates, okay, over a year. It doesn't do it right away, okay, so it does dissipate, and I don't like that. I don't like to go back and redo. But see how I'm going to put some stars on there? And those stars are from this mold right here.
Susan says, so glad I found y'all. Well, thank you, Susan. If you have any other questions, please feel free to always message us, and we'll try and get back to you as soon as we can.
I'm going to get out the mold for that.
Terry says, just placed another order. It was so easy.
Yeah, it is really easy. Okay, so this is another type of mold. This is crazy mold. You guys, I have black clay. I have some black clay that I need to use up. That I made, and that's the reason I was kind of leery about showing you this, but I thought, oh well, I don't care. It's black clay.
Stamperia wax, yes.
Yes, I love their wax. I only have it in the gold, the pink, the black. I ordered this for the very first time. So far, I'm real happy with it. That was because I can't get silver.
Ellen says, Eagle brass knuckles?
Yeah.
And then Cecile says, can a person make earrings out of the Formflex? Yes, you can.
Yes. I've made several earrings. Okay, so this mold here, you guys, is a mold from Amazon, yep. And I was a little leery when I bought it I think I got it last year or the year before.
I think it was last year.
I think it was, because I was looking for an eagle, and eagles were hard to find. And I bought a candy mold, and I wasn't that happy with it. So if you have any shadowing, just clean it up now while it's frozen. And this is a little bit harder mold to fill. I'll show you, because see how it's hollow? Some of your Stamperia molds come like this. Okay, so it's kind of like floppy and,
flimsy.
Yeah, it's flimsy. So if you can, what you can do, I'm going to set this back here.
Really quick, Maggie says, always fabulous work and ideas.
Yeah.
And then Marianne says, thanks. And Cecile says, can you show the earrings that you made from the Formflex, Tammy? Thank you.
I can show,
I don't know if we have them here.
Yeah, I have some at home that I'll show you. I've made earrings, I've made necklaces, I've made Halloween ones that dangle.
Why don't we plan on doing a live?
Yeah, I love to do jewelry.
We'll do a live with jewelry, you guys.
Yeah, I love to do jewelry. In fact, this is what I was going to show you that you're talking about jewelry. I was just showing Amber. Okay, so you could tie onto here, or you could put jewelry things onto here. But see this
zoom
piece
in on your neck for a
done
second.
for 4th of July, and then do like stars and stripes here, and then do all this with gold or silver gilding wax, and then make some earrings.
Cecile says thank you. A live with jewelry would be nice.
Like earrings like this here with the fleur-de-lis.
And Jennifer says, oh, I want to see jewelry.
I know, you guys, I'm a jewelry freak. Ask Amber. I have way too much jewelry. It's a shame. Okay. So anyway, this would be a really fun piece, and I don't care how short you are. You guys, I work for a wholesale company. All I did was ladies' fashions, okay? And people would say, "Oh, I'm too short to wear big stuff." No, you're never too short to wear big stuff. You're never. You know what it does? It draws the eye up.
It shouldn't be, Susan. She says, "Oh no, is the camera frozen?"
Oh no, not again.
It didn't say it was.
So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you how to, this mold is it's not really tricky, but if you have a really big one that you're going to do, I would put a piece of wood under it. That's what I did with some of them that are really floppy. But it's possible. You can do anything. So that's not glued, but I'm going to set it there. And I'm going to use the fleur-de-lis, this fleur-de-lis on the back there. I'm going to cut into that. I've got these pieces to go down here. These are going to meet somewhere, I think. I'm not sure. Something like that. And then, I mean, I think these cogs are going to be so cool on there. And I'm thinking about, those are going to be my wheels. I think this is going to be my covered wagon. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but you can actually take cardboard like this and just spray it. Just get it wet and spray it. Probably, I'm not sure how wide. I was thinking either flat or something. I'm not going to have it very wide, but you just spray it and it will peel right back, and then you can paint this to look like tin. Or you can... I probably haven't.
Yeah, no, you guys we have on live.
Yeah. The one thing about Formflex, I get shipping. You guys.
Susan says, "Does Formflex crack?" Not.
No,
easily.
It doesn't. I have never honestly had a piece that's cracked. The only thing that cracks is there's only so much density. Okay, it doesn't crack. Like there was.
You can't go 90 degrees.
Yeah, you can't.
Right.
Like you can't take a thick piece and turn it 90 degrees. Okay. There was one.
It's flexible, not bendable.
Yeah, it's flexible. That's the key word. It's flexible. You can't take something that's 2 inches thick and bend it in half. If that's what you're asking, because there's only so much surface area.
But if you have something big, like a bottle or something, you can take one out and form it to the fold or to the shape of whatever you're putting it onto.
This stuff is, I mean, these have been, I mean, you can see, you can form that. You can form this, if you want to form this, you can form this around it. Again, like I said, with the decoupage, the part that will show little cracks is your napkin. It's not the Formflex.
Right.
There's only so much design because now you've sealed that design on there. So, again, I just took out some. I roll it in a snake-like position. And, you guys, I try to use most of all my castings in one piece. Okay. One consecutive piece. These ones you really have to make sure that you push it down because the mold is so floppy. Okay, the mold is really floppy. So you want to make sure that you get it all in there. Push it down good. Okay, see there how I'm pushing that in there? And I'll show you in the end what I do with these kind of molds. There's some beautiful reindeer molds. There's angel molds for Christmas on Amazon. oh my gosh, and they're all made out of this kind of stuff. So it does work, and it works well. It just takes maybe one time of doing it till you realize how you can do it. See how that bend, if I push on it, it will bend, okay? And right there's a negative space. See how it wants to flop. Can they see that on camera, how it flops?
Oh, I'm right above your hands.
Yeah, it just flops. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my card. See it when you push down? Okay. And then I'll kind of show you the secret, what I do. Okay, I'm not saying you have to do this, but because these are such floppy molds, see how I'll turn it over and make sure all the space is in there. It's all filled in. And then I just simply take my knife and just clean it up like so. You can take your card.
So every bag of Form Flex is shipped with a card like this.
And you guys, the reason, and you take it at a 45 like so. See, like that. And you can clean it up just as easy. I prefer, because I have a really bad wrist, and it's easier for me to maneuver the palette knife. And I did look, they have these palette knives, you guys. You just want, it's a palette knife, because see how the blade is so thin on it? It just makes it so easy to maneuver. You know, if you, I don't know. Some people like using them, some people don't. So it's all personal preference. Whatever you like to use. And the secret to making good castings is making sure that that back stays.
Connie says, I've never
completely
received
smooth.
the card. That's weird, because we put them in every single
Yeah, you
envelope.
know what? A lot of times what happens is they're in the envelope. They're at the bottom. I'm not saying that we wouldn't miss one, but people throw them out. They don't realize
They're in there, yeah.
Yeah, they're in there, and they're in the envelope, and a lot of times they throw them out, not realizing that they're in there. Because when we ship them, we make sure that they're shipped by the paperwork, but they get shifted. And so they don't even know they're in there. So there you go. That's just cleaned up and ready to go in the freezer. Just make sure your back is nice and smooth. And as you can see, I got some, because I had black clay in there.
Oh, Terry says, I didn't either, but I just used an old gift card.
Oh, yeah, you guys, everybody gets this. And also, 1 to 4 pounds of Form Flex ships for the same price, okay? Because we give you...
Kim says, maybe tape the card to the Form Flex bag. Can use your credit card.
Well, the reason we don't is because we don't want the label to peel, okay? Just look in your, when you get it.
Says, I accidentally threw my first one out.
Yeah, see, that's what happens, you know. And we tried doing that little, like, gooey snot thing on it, you know, where it kind of sticks to it, and you pull it away, it's rubbery.
Gooey snot thing, I love it.
Yeah, we tried doing that to the bags, but oh my gosh, you guys, if it gets wiggled in the process, then everything
it's a goopy mess.
It's a mess. So that was the reason that didn't work. So they're always in there. And I'm not saying that at one point in time you may not, you know, we may slip up and not give you one. And it's never me, it's always Brett. No.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Okay. So, yeah, he's in there complaining. Okay, so there's something else I want to show you. Not done with it. Just FYI, you might be interested in this. This is kind of fun. Am I going to be able to pull it off? I'm not sure. Okay.
She'll pull it off. She says that, but we all know better.
I do usually never use this type of stuff, but I was trying to make it easier on you guys. I do my own patina, so I thought, well, I'm going to try this one because I tried the rust, because usually I do that myself too, but I was just trying to make things simple. And I figured by the time you buy the other stuff, you can. Not so sure yet if I really like it, okay, because I know how to do what I want myself. Okay, what this is a Barbie doll. okay, from the dollar store. And not a Barbie doll, Barbie
A styling head, yeah.
Okay, I cut part of her hair off. I gooped her hair and twisted it, okay? So she's bald on top. Would I take some like spackle and stuff? I was thinking about that, but then when I really looked at the Statue of Liberty, she does have lips and all this kind of stuff. So I thought, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
So then what I'm gonna do is here's what that patina stuff looks like. Okay, on that one, I just sprayed that one and did that one. Not sure that I'm sold on it because I think you could do just as good a job yourself, but. You know, by just doing some Rust-Oleum.
Not everybody's as talented as you.
Well, so. You could do Rust-Oleum spray paint, do a dry brush over it with the green blue, however you want it. Do you necessarily need this? I'm not so sure. Okay, I'm a little bit disappointed, I have to tell you. But, oh well, it will work. And she'll have a bottom.
Kathy Spang says, hello.
Hello.
Terry says, you're amazing.
This is going to be her crown, okay? Because I really had to study that, because if I had my way, I'd just stick a crown on her. But the Statue of Liberty has crowns that, like, stick like this, you know? They stick straight out.
What you put down? I was trying to get closer for them.
So, anyway, I'm going to notch this out here and build her a crown. I've got 2 different sizes of spikes, I guess you would say. And then probably put some molding around here. I was so excited to get her going. It just kind of, can you see it in the camera? I can't really tell.
Yeah, you can set it down on the, that's why I got closer.
Yeah, the spikes, and I'll notch them out here. But this is going to be how she is. And then she's going to go on, like, torch, I guess is what you want to say.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've looked at pictures close up. My hair job. It's okay. I just kind of, what did I do? I just twisted it and hot glued it. Okay. That's all I did. And then I went out and I did spray this with a Zinsser primer because it is rubber. And I just worked on her yesterday. So I'm kind of excited to see how it works. I think it will be really cool. The bottom is really cool. You could do a lot of things. You could set her. You can make tassels with them, but there's a lot of possibilities with these. So if you're at the dollar store and you're into this kind of stuff, I think you could do a ton of stuff with this head. So that was one thing I want to show you. Here's the results of the crown we made last time on a live. Again, I did use this rust on it. Am I impressed with it? It looks good, but you know what? You could do the same thing yourself too. But really, for what you get in here, and you get a ton done. I had this since last year, and I've done a ton of stuff with it. And for $15, by the time you buy everything else, that's how much it cost at my Buy Mart. You might be better off just to get this because it does work. That's the same rust that I used on these guys here. Okay, these were the same thing. That was from last year. I told you I've had this made.
Susan says, if I buy 4 bags now, do you know how long it will last in the bags? If it's kept in the fridge, it can last for a long time. Yeah,
forever. I mean, we do a lot of testing, a ton of testing here, you guys. We have stuff that's in the refrigerator, and it is way over a year old. So, and it's open. We look at it.
And we say the fridge because it isn't all organic material.
Yeah, and just keep it in the refrigerator and it will last forever. I mean, you shouldn't have any problems whatsoever. Ours has been in there, like I said, we constantly are doing testing on everything. So this is the rust stuff, okay? So people ask me about special effects. That's the reason I'm doing this, to kind of show you different things that you can do. You know, if you go back and watch, you can make it look like wood. You can do all different kinds of things. But I'm just trying to throw one thing at you, and you may have a better idea. I think there's just as easy ways
Susan
to
says,
accomplish this, okay? And you can do the rust technique with the... what do you call it? I can't even think. Cinnamon sugar and that.
Oh,
and
Janet
that
says,
works
I thought I heard on live in Check Savvy Sisterhood to store the Cornflakes in the refrigerator, but I have ruined it now, haven't I?
No.
No.
No, you guys, the reason we have to tell you, just go put it in the fridge now. Everybody's got a different temperature, okay, where you live. Your environment's different. That's why we suggest, you haven't ruined anything, just put it in the refrigerator. It, you know, it stays longer. We don't have any control over your temperature where you keep it. If you keep it in a hot, sunny windowsill. So that was one of the reasons. We've done a ton of stuff. You guys, I just kind of want
Ellen
to
says the flag napkins are from, she got some at Walmart and some at the Dollar Tree.
Yeah, the littler ones, you guys, these ones are from Walmart.
Janet says it's all crumbly.
What's all crumbly? No, just work it together again. Just put it in her hand and work it together. And and she can add a little baby oil on her hands and just work it. The only reason it would be crumbly would be because you left the bag not sealed. Because it will get a crust on it, you know, if the bag's not sealed. But just put it in your hands and work it. And you can put some baby oil on them. You know, we say baby oil, but you can do hand lotion, but hand lotion can contaminate it. But anyway, yeah, it's probably because it's been left open somewhere, there's air got into it. But it's fine. Just work it. It will work, you know. And if it's got some hard, crusty little pieces, pick those off.
She says, okay, thanks. It was sealed. I'll keep working it.
Yeah, just work it. You haven't ruined it. It's pretty hard to ruin cornflakes.
It is.
So anyway, this was the heart that we've done a lot with. I just wanted to show you again how you could do it. I showed this technique the last time with the spray paint and stuff and doing kind of the brass bronze look. This would be a great fun for also 4th of July if that lady's still on about her son. This is this mold right here, you guys.
That was on Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon mold. So that's that would be another suggestion. These napkins are great to make jewelry with. I mean, if you're going to do decoupage and you're not an artist like me, you know, hooray for the napkins.
How could you not call yourself an artist? Come on now.
You can always grab some napkins and you can get anything you want. I do a lot of sunflower napkins, you know, just because they're quick, they're easy, and you look like you're a professional painter. Let's see. One of the last things that I'm going to show you is my other cob. I'm going to take it out of the freezer. I'm going to release it. You guys, this has been killing me. This has been in there for about 2 days. So if you've had something where you've had it in the freezer for a really long time, you might just want to let it warm up for like a half a second. But I just took this out.
Yeah, Mary Ann says, you're definitely an amazing artist. That's what I was thinking.
See how I'm taking this out? I'm just going to pop it. See how I release the sides and then I pop it? And you got to give it a tug, and there you go. And like I said, I have black clay right now because I have some that I need to use up. I made a whole bunch of black clay for myself. But that's these, okay? And then just let it come to room temperature. And there you go. And I just used some wax. I spray painted them. I did. I just used spray paint on them and put a matte finish on them. And then I used the silver wax and I used this rust brown and red brown. But you guys, you don't have to have the wax. You can do the same thing with paint, dry brush it, okay? This was just quick and easy. This is what I'm going to use for, okay, so the flag that I took, like this little flag that I used in there that I cut up in that frame, okay? The one from Walmart. I'm actually taking the sticks, and I'm going to use the sticks for my wheels.
Mary Ann says, I'm hoping your talent rubs off on me. And Susan says, can we put any kind of molds in the freezer?
To my knowledge, I don't know what ones you wouldn't be able to. See there, like that. These are going to be my wheels, okay?
Hi,
and
Princess.
I was going to make them double-sided. But you guys, when I got them on there, like if you saw the one that I did for Easter, I made the wheels double-sided, okay? And when I put them together, what happened was I thought that they looked like they're too heavy, they're too bulky. They look like a tractor wheel. So that's...
Yeah, I told her it looks like she was trying to run a monster
I'm like,
truck.
No way. I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to use just the one wheel this time. So that's why I would definitely spray in black. So that when you have this done... I'm really excited to get this done. I think it's going to look kind of cool, you know. But anyway, and the top, I'm not sure. Like I said, I may use the...
Debbie, she keeps them all. She says, Tammy, what do you do with all of your gorgeous creations?
You guys, I need to just get rid of them. I box them up and keep them till next holiday, you know. I never seem to be ahead. And that's why I thought, well, I'm going to start some 4th of July stuff now. But I want to work on a light fixture. That's kind of the next thing. If you saw Brett do the... dip, the hydro dip, that was really fun, and I've got some ideas with that.
You have a video on there on how you guys made the lamp out of the ketchup bottle.
Yeah, but this one is like a lamp.
Yeah.
That I want to do some stuff with. I think that's what's next, or a suitcase or something, because I got a bunch of them. But anyway, so you guys, be sure to follow us and like us on Formflex Compound. We have a group page that's Formflex Creations. Join that. Show us everything that you do. It's always fun
Marianne
to
says,
see.
how's the birdhouse coming?
Oh, the birdhouse is actually done, and Brett was going to drill holes in that one. You guys,
Vanessa says hello.
Under the weather, that's why I haven't...
Oh, Susan says, wow, did you make the necklace you have on? No.
No, this one is one, but you know what, you can do this. You just couldn't put the rind... Brett said he made it, yeah. This is called a necklace bracelet, and I wear these all the time. All the time. I have tons of different things that slide on them, and actually the Halloween stuff... Tammy. Yeah, the Halloween stuff, I did put sliders on it. The skulls and stuff, I actually put sliders and use them on my
necklace all the time.
Yeah, all the time, because I always have this. If I was
Susan says, love it.
I had a dowry for, you know, I have like a giraffe neck, so that's why I always have jewelry on it. Because my neck is so long. Yeah. So anyway, back to this. But this is also IOD, or I'm sorry, you guys, this is a redesign mold. This is. Okay?
It's not dirty, I promise. That's just from the black clay.
The black clay. It's the black clay is what I have on it. So that's all I have to show you. Again, I was trying to say follow us or
follow us on Facebook.
You can't see that word. And if you know anybody
online,
be sure to sprinkle this video out there. I don't know how to say it. And join Formflex Compound Creations, and that's where you can post all your stuff. You guys, people send me amazing stuff that they do, and they send it to me in Messenger, and for some reason, I can't share it from there. I don't know why, and it's their stuff, and then everybody thinks I did it, and I didn't do it. They did it, and they say they don't know how to post, so just be sure and put your stuff on there. People appreciate it. I appreciate it. It's so much fun to see everybody's
Susan says,
take.
are you on YouTube also? And not yet.
You guys, we don't know how to do it. We don't know how
We're still learning.
Yeah, we don't know how to do that. We don't know how to do Instagram. And
Marianne says,
guys,
a lot of amazing stuff. Thanks for sharing. And Maggie Booker says, thank you for all the great info and ideas.
Yeah, and if it's not, you know, as long as it has to do with something that's crafty or whatever, you know, go ahead and submit it and we'll approve it. That page is just to have fun, just to share with everybody what you do, okay? And again, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
And don't forget, if you guys have any questions, feel free to message us.
Yeah, have a great Sunday, everybody.
Oh, what would you use to adhere to a coffee mug?
It's, what's it called? It's called, what's it called? It's called Flex. Oh, you guys, it's on one of the videos. It's a glue that is waterproof, and it also, I glued Formflex on the coffee mugs, and I got it at Walmart. Everybody carries it.
Marcia says, thank you so much. Have a great day.
Yeah, if you go back and watch
Flex
the
Seal,
video.
maybe?
Flex Seal, is that what it's called? Go back and you can go under the video section where I have the coffee cup. It's on there. I normally have it sitting right out there on the table and I'd go get it, but I don't because I took it home. Yeah. So anyway, if you can't figure it out, and if I can find it, I'll screenshot it. But I know it's on a video. I know it is. So, all right. Thanks again, and enjoy your Sunday.